Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Fiscal Talk. My name is Theodora. I'm a marketing manager here at Fiscal Solutions, and it is my great pleasure to announce my dear colleague, our legal consultant, Alexander Marinkovic, as my guest today. My guest today, again, because we did talk last week. Alexander, thank you for being here with us again.
Hi, Hi, Theodora. It's always nice to be part of Fiscal Talk.
Thank you very much. Last week, we covered one really important topic for everyone who's operating in Croatia. And we decided to cover this topic even though it is not a fiscalization topic, but it's closely tied to it. And last week, we talked about Croatia and its goal to introduce euro as an official currency on January 1st, 2023. So to everyone who's watching us, if you need more general information on the process, definitely go ahead and watch our previous episode. And today we will talk about a few important issues on this topic. We actually got most of the questions from our clients exactly on these issues, and we wanted to share the knowledge and expertise Alexander has. So Alexander, please tell us more about dual displaying of prices, dual circulation of euro and kuna, and rounding of the prices. How will all this go and unfold during this year?
Yeah, well, these are the three main issues that we encountered with so far. So, as stated in both the guidelines for adjusting the economy in the process of replacing the Croatian kuna with the euro and the national plan for the exchange of the Croatian kuna, the general plan is that dual displaying starts on the first Monday in September 2022 and ends 12 months after the euro introduction date. In practice, this means that this dual displaying shall start on 5th September 2022 and will last until 31st December 2023. The dual displaying of prices in both kuna and euro during this period should be unambiguous, easy to see and legible, and the full amount of the fixed conversion rate should always be applied when converting. So this is a mandatory option. There is also going to be a voluntary option. It will be possible for all retailers, for example, to start this dual displaying on the first day after the publication of the EU Council decision on the fixed conversion rate. So all interested parties will have this option to maybe even start this dual displaying earlier than September 5th, 2022. Regardless, the dual displaying will be mandatory in all business premises, so either on the goods or POS, point of sale, or on the price list if we are talking about services. Then it will be mandatory for online shops, so for internet stores. Then it will be mandatory outside business premises and for example, distance contracts. Then for sales by phone and during the implementation of promotional and marketing activities. Yeah, so in any case, when issuing a receipt to the consumer, which is really important for all retailers, it will be necessary to display the total amount on the receipt both in euros and kunas. In the stated guidelines, it is suggested that the dual displaying is done in such a way that the price in euros is primary and in kuna secondary, which means that prices in euros should be on left and kunas on the right, or prices in euros can be above and prices in kuna below. So, but it has to be obvious. So prices must be clearly visible, easy to read, understandable, expressed in a way that does not mislead the consumer, and that the consumer can understand exactly which goods or services the price refers to. Again, we're talking about complete protection of consumers, which is really important.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. I think that's great. And also consumers will have to time to adapt.
Yes, that is exactly the reason why the dual displaying will start 4 months before the introduction of the euro on January 1st, 2023. So just for that, that will be the adjustment period for all the consumers. And also, a fixed conversion rate will have to be displayed in a visible place in the sales area and the places of providing services. The fixed conversion rate must or will also have to be displayed on the websites and on the self-charging devices in a visible and legible manner. And it should be clearly communicated through telephone sales. So all types of sales will be included in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that absolutely makes sense. I wanted to clarify, you mentioned first Monday in September for these dual displaying of prices. Is that first Monday mandatory or retailers, or is that the first date that this is possible to do and then they can also start later?
No, so this is the mandatory option. So September 5th, 2022 will be a mandatory option. Of course,
Okay.
it is important to mention that all of the deadlines that we are talking about are based on the assumption that Croatia will fulfill all the key areas and will actually be able to introduce kuna or euro as the official currency on the 1st
Of
January of
course.
2023. Yeah, so
That's the
uh,
goal, right? But we will
that's the
definitely
goal.
have to keep following, I guess, you
Yes,
and
yes,
what is happening in the next few months closely, so we
yes,
actually see what is going on and how is the story unfolding. Is
yes.
there anything else that is important for our retailers that we need to mention regarding rounding of the prices?
Well, actually, two more things. So
Okay.
when we talk, the next one is actually dual circulation, and when we talk about it, so when we talk about the dual circulation of both kuna and euro, this period will last for 14 days, and it will start from the date of introduction of the euro. So this
Mhm.
means that from January 1st until January 14, 2023, the consumers will be able to make cash payments in kuna. But, for example, retailers will have to return the change in euro. So this is again a tricky period
Funny
for
game.
retailers. Yes, yes, yes. So this will be actually the exchanging period. So the period when the kuna will be physically exchanged for euros. And the final, let's say, issue is actually the rounding of the conversion rate or rounding of the prices. So the conversion of prices from kuna to euro will be performed by applying the full numerical amount of the fixed conversion rate using 5 decimals. And the rounding the amount in accordance with will be done with the mathematical rules of rounding.
Mhm.
What this means in practice, let's put it that way. So the rounding result will be let's say shortened to 2 decimal places with an accuracy of the 1 cent based on the third decimal place. This means if the third decimal is less than 5, the
Mhm.
second decimal will remain unchanged. But if the third decimal is equal or greater than 5, the second decimal will increase by 1.
Thank you for clarifying that. I thought it was confusing, but then I remembered we all
Yeah.
have learned this some day back in school. Thank you for clarifying everything, Alexandra, for us and for the retailers, to everyone who is watching us. I think we have covered everything we wanted to cover in this episode. So I just wanted to say that is really great that you shared this with us, and we will definitely invite you again once we see something happening or changing, or at least in a few weeks or months to see how the situation is unfolding, so we know what dates are important and what we need to follow. Of course, many other European countries have done this, so it should be a process that has been established before, but it is definitely great to have you explain this all to us. So thank you again for being here with me today.
You're mostly welcome and hope to talk to you soon.
That's great to hear. To all our audience, thank you for watching us today. And for all other information, definitely browse through our YouTube channel and find the topic of interest for you, or visit our fiscal portal. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you soon again. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.